Okay, welcome back. Now I'm going to be working on this hillside. So the trees are going to be closer, so they're more vibrant. All of our different fall colors. With all my reference material to the side, I'm going to, as we come up here, we've got evergreen trees coming in. And I'm using a bright brush. This is a square brush. And as you can see, I can use the corner to make finer strokes. Then I can use the broad edge to make thicker strokes. And as the trees go off into the distance over that hillside, they become bluer. Blues recede, cool colors or blues. Warm colors come forward. Lighter colors go back. The lighter, cooler colors go back, like there. Then I've got my darker greens here of these evergreens that are a little closer on this hill. I'm going to have a bougainvillea here, so that dark's going to really play up that bougainvillea. Even going to mix a little bit of just ultramarine blue plus liquid to give me a nice cool dark. It just comes down into the here. Then my hillside back behind these trees is starting to get some of the, we'll have some of the brighter colors. As I start getting some of these brighter colors in, that background will start really falling back. And there's the evergreens and different greens all mixed into this. There's these, a lot of, I imagine birch and different trees up here. That sun catches them and makes the golds pop. And it doesn't matter, my brush picks up some of these greens, that's okay to get this mixed in. I don't want these colors, they're much brighter and warmer than what we have back here. But again, I want my flowers up here to be my really bright, intense colors. So like I'm going to have sunflowers in here, and they're going to be my real pop of yellow. And we've got some reds and different colors. Now I'm bringing some of the red oranges in behind my bottle of wine here, since the bottle is green. That'll accentuate that. Just in that little part, going to bring a little red here. But then I also, there's evergreen trees on this hillside, so they come up in here. Just the colors are interspersed. And I want my greens to be behind my wine glasses because they're red. So that plays up the complementary colors. Red and green are complementary colors. They're across from each other on the color wheel. So that makes them more, when you place complementary colors close to each other, then that makes them appear more intense. So by placing the green trees around that red wine in the glasses, makes that red wine really pop. And again, I just want all my colors back on this hillside to be muted. They're much brighter than what we have in the distance, but they're still muted from the colors then that I'll have here in the foreground for the flowers. Bring a little bit of this orange down in here. really painted a scene like this before, so this is kind of a learning curve for me. It's fun. It's a nice challenge. Bring some my cooler blues down into the depth of the trees down in there. When you look across a hillside, very rarely is it all the same kind of trees, so you're going to get a variation of the fall trees in there in the different colors. It's a tapestry. In fact, that's what I'm calling this painting, Tapestry of Fall. Because we just get all the just brilliant colors in there. Bring a little bit of this gold in here. Make my green trees a little bit lower. Bring some of the darks in here. I want to have a little bit of a separation between these two trees, so I bring some of my golds in there. And that helps to give depth by having overlapping elements. So by letting some of the color from those distant trees show through, that helps give the painting depth. See, I can use, even though this is a big brush, I can just use that edge to work around that wine glass. And if I happen to go over, which I did a little bit, since that washed in wine glass is dry, I can just kind of erase that paint. I take a clean brush, it's been washed out in thinner, and I can just lift that paint up off of there, and I retain my sketch. That's why one reason I wash in my sketches with the oil wash, and again, I use my paint, which is my mud, 2 parts of ultramarine blue and 1 part of alizarin crimson, and I mix that with liquid, and that gives me a very thin wash that I can get my basic plan up on the canvas. And once that's dry, then as I begin painting, if I need to, I can go back and pull paint off and see what my original sketch was. It's very helpful, like on the architectural details, like the beams above on this piece, the railing for the trellis, just all those different elements. If I need to go back, if I paint over it and I realize I don't have it correct, I can go back and then I've got my original drawing, and I don't have to try to resketch it or redo it. And that's why I'm very careful with that original oil wash drawing up on the canvas to get all of my perspective and everything correct, because that's the basis for the painting, and I depend on that. I don't want to have to make mistakes, have to correct those mistakes later on. I want to make sure everything's correct, so then when I'm painting, I can just concentrate on the paint. Now I'm adding a few brush strokes of just phthalo blue plus white. It's just a nice little color, cool color in there, cool blue, that just adds a nice little touch of color surprise. I have to be careful about these chairs now. I don't want that to be very dark, because our chairs are going to be a dark wrought iron type, and so I want to be able to see those. like I painted over my bottle a little bit there, but I can come back and correct that using my erasing method. I can come back and correct that. I'm going to bring a little bit of a cooler color in behind those trees, and that just makes that distant valley, flatland back there just go back. Just it's a back and forth. Like I always said, pushing and pulling. Bring some greens down in here. Some soft greens. Fall colors are so pretty. It's just nice, muted. These look pretty bright now, but then when I get the real brightness of my flowers up here in the front, this will all go back. I'm working some of my blues and greens in here, and just about have this blocked in. I really thank you for watching my YouTube videos. Please subscribe to my channel and feel free to visit my blog. The link is in the description below. I show the entire step-by-step process of this painting along with others that I do. And you can subscribe to my blog also. I think you'll enjoy it. You can even go back and see, you know, I started doing my blog in 2010, my word. So it's been a few years, and so feel free to visit my blog. You can go back and see other paintings. You know, people say, well, how do you paint a tile floor, or how do you paint this or that? Well, if you'll go back in, actually on my blog there is a search function that you can search for different things, and you can find how to paint those different things that you're looking for. So I really thank you again. And you just have a wonderful, wonderful day. And happy painting!